On today's show, electric cars get their own category in the New Zealand Car of the Year Awards, why Tesla's Model 3 aero wheels are worth keeping, and we look to a future where you'll be able to share your Tesla with almost anyone. These stories and more coming up next. This is ecoTEC's ecoTEC Roundup show from New Zealand's only carbon zero certified renewable electricity company. We're 100% Kiwi and 49% community owned. Switch today at ecotecity.co.nz. Hi there, I'm Nikki Gordon-Bloomfield, a professional musician turned electric vehicle crusader, and I'm here to bring Kiwis a weekly roundup of the biggest news stories around the world in relation to cleaner, greener transport. As always, thanks for joining us. With electric car registrations among Kiwis now higher than ever before, far higher even than government targets predicted, the folks at the AA have announced that their Car of the Year awards this year will feature a special category specifically for plug-in cars. Of course, this isn't the first time electric cars have played a role. New Zealand's electric car of the year in 2015 was the BMW i3, but with so many new electric cars joining the nation's roads, the team at the AA felt it was appropriate to create a category specifically honouring electric vehicles. With the winners due to be announced on December 12th, we've got a little time to find out the winner, so why not leave your predictions below and we'll see who gets it right in a few months' time. If you've been following the slow rollout of the Tesla Model 3, you might be wondering what those strange covers are on the standard Model 3 wheels, and perhaps more importantly, why they're there. They are called aero caps, and as the name suggests, they're designed to help make the Model 3 more aerodynamic. But the difference can't be that great, right? Well, wrong. According to Tesla's VP of Engineering, the aero wheel covers on a Model 3 can improve the car's range by up to 10% when compared to a Model 3 not using them. And that's the difference between being able to travel 200 miles per charge versus 220 miles per charge. So before you consider getting those larger wheels on your Model 3, think about how much further you could go with the aero wheels instead. Enough said. The FISKER Karma may now be living a second life as the Karma Rivero, but the guy behind the original car, Henrik Fisker, is readying another new plug-in car for market, and this time it will be known as the FISKER Emotion. It will be an all-electric, all-wheel drive vehicle and retail for a cool $129,000. And, says Henrik Fisker, we'll see the car for the first time in the metal, as it were, at CES 2018 in Las Vegas. While we already know what the car will look like, these are official press photos, it's going to be interesting to see how this vehicle will be received in a world where Tesla is currently the dominant player. By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with the concept that every Tesla on the road has always-on internet connections right back to Tesla HQ. And as well as making it super easy to add new features and updates to the car, it also makes it possible for Tesla to improve its cloud-based autopilot AI, collecting data from thousands of cars on the road to improve and refine its Level 3 autonomous driving tech. Well, this week, Tesla CEO Elon Musk hinted that it could be used for another purpose too, making it easy for Tesla owners to borrow someone else's Tesla using their smartphone, customizing the borrowed Tesla exactly to their own specifications before they even get behind the wheel. And that, it seems, is just one step down the road from a point where you get in whichever Tesla happens to be available, even if it's not your own. There are no details as to when the feature will roll out, but it's certainly going to turn the concept of car ownership on its head. With all the talk of the sun, Audi announced this week that it's busy at work developing a high-power photovoltaic solar panel system for use in the panoramic roof of its upcoming electric cars. The goal? To improve the energy efficiency of the car in order to improve its range. But rather than plaster the roof with solar panels that will provide motive power, Audi's aim, like Toyota and Nissan before it, is to use the solar panels to help power the climate control system, thus reducing the load on the car's ancillary systems and improve overall EV range. Are you a closet petrol head? Because if you are and you like small, sporty cars, you'll know exactly what the Ariel Atom is. And for those who don't know, it's a tiny two-seat sports car that, through lack of body panels, has the kind of power-to-weight ratio that most car makers can only dream of. The Ariel Atom is powered, unfortunately, by petrol, but now its parent company Ariel has announced a new car called the Hyperactive. And this one will be fully electric. With a 2.4-second sprint time, the hypercar puts out 880 kilowatts, produces 1800 newton meters of torque, and will go to production in 2020. With a choice of 42 or 56 kilowatt-hour battery pack and a 35 kilowatt micro turbine range extender, it should be an absolute hoot to drive. Form an orderly queue to test drive behind me, please. In the world of cleaner, greener, safer and smarter transportation, it's all too easy to forget that the transition away from fossil fuels isn't just about cars and motorcycles. It's about other forms of transport too, which is why HH Ferries in Scandinavia is busy putting the finishing touches to the refurbishment of 2 massive car ferries that are destined to become the world's largest all-electric ferries. Fitted with 4.16 megawatt hours of battery packs, the 2 ferries feature robotic arms that extend to the dockside every time they arrive in port, recharging the battery packs in the 9 minutes or so it takes the ferry to turn around and make the return trip. Yes, we're talking major power here, but where there's a will, there's a way. And I totally have to ride on these. And finally, over the past 5 years, we've got used to seeing Tesla's high-performance Model S sedan and more recently the Model X SUV teach high-octane sports cars a lesson or two on the drag strip. But this week, the folks at Drag Times pitted a Tesla Model X P100D and a Tesla Model S P100D against a Lamborghini Aventador SV on the drag strip. Sadly, the Model S didn't get a clean launch and it lost the race by 0.15 seconds, but the Model X managed to beat the Lambo by 0.05 seconds, setting a brand new speed record for an SUV in the process. I've included a link to the original video in the description, so make sure you check it out next. But before I go, don't forget about EV World NZ, an electric car industry conference and public show taking place at the Vodafone Events Centre in Auckland on September 8th and 9th, with the industry conference set for Friday the 8th and the public expo set for Saturday the 9th, right at the start of International Drive Electric Week. You won't want to miss it. But best of all, the public expo on Saturday is completely free, so be sure to follow the link below to find out more. That's it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Tell your friends about the show, and if you've got some feedback, be sure to send it our way. As always, I'll be back soon with more ecoTEC goodness, so make sure you hit that notification bell to find out the minute a new show is uploaded. In the meantime, enjoy your weekend, make sure you do something fun, and don't forget to help keep those wind turbines spinning by switching to New Zealand's only carbon zero certified renewable electricity company. And thanks for joining me. I'm Nikki Gordon-Bloomfield. Ka kite. See you next time.